Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is a video about our favorite commentary Lil Creeper, Communist Creeper, who somehow did not happen to explode along with the USSR. That's besides the point though. He made a video where he calls Cheeto transphobic for being opposed to woke trans ideology in a show for 6-year-olds called The Blues Clues. It's something along those lines, the name of the show. But yeah, Communist Creeper made a video about it, accusing Cheeto being homophobic like most people in the LGBTQ arrest alphabet community do, instead of taking criticism for what they do. Now, not only because I'm a sane person, but because my first video on my other channel was defending a Cheeto, I support what a Cheeto did in this video, and it's only obligatory for me to come to Cheeto's defense. So without further ado, let's get into this video.
Gang gon' go, we gon' stone me if no guns allowed. She ain't for me when I was broke, but what she doing now? You ain't never seen no bank account with 2 commas, wow. $1 million in my face got me laughing high.
Hey Blue, look at all these families!
Oh my god! What did they do to Blue's Clues?
I'm not gonna lie, in this entire video there's not really any points he actually makes. He just constantly is like complaining that there's gay people on a kid's show.
Okay, I'm gonna rip off every single band-aid. What happens in the LGBTQ community is sexual preference, and the rights to have sexual preference. That shouldn't be taught to 6-year-olds. Anybody who thinks otherwise has no moral compass at all. Also, I know you can hear Cheeto's audio. The reason why I sound that bad because Communist Creeper is jealous that his voice he took every single piece of drugs in Chicago, Baltimore, Detroit, Los Angeles, San Francisco, New York City, Philadelphia, Washington, DC, and every other city where laws don't exist. And because he sounds like that, he likes to speed up the audio even though he talks as slow as he does. With my pitch compensation even, I couldn't fix that. So at least you could understand what he's saying, but you still don't hear him in his normal voice.
Dude, I grew up on this. Oh, what are they doing? What? This is for 3-year-olds. Why is there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 different pride flags in frame?
It's cause it's a parade and that's why they have all the floats?
Okay, let me spell this out for you. You're being willfully ignorant of the fact they're teaching sexual preference to little children, in some cases toddlers. Actually, no, you could actually be unaware of how bad this is, considering that your brain looks like a pink turd. And I quite literally mean that. Your head looks like that an exit wound collapsed in on itself.
Why? And a pride bow tie? What are they doing? This is for 3-year-olds. You don't need to make it gay for 3-year-olds.
Having gay characters in the kids show isn't morally bad, or morally good actually. It's completely neutral. It doesn't really matter that much. It's important for kids to know that gay people exist in the world, and that's why they're in TV shows for children. It's that simple.
Here's a person saying that you should be teaching 3-year-olds that gay people exist in the world, instead of 1, 2, 3 and ABC. And if I call this person what they are, which is a groomer, I can get banned for that. Especially on Twitter. Like, dude, by the time that I hear a good argument as to why showing 3-year-olds that gay people exist is a good idea, my great-grandkids are going to be engraved just like Communist Creeper's last brain cell. I'm just saying, this is what's happening in real life. It'll be a good place to drop a nice weapon of mass destruction. Okay, on a serious note, people are, as a country, people with common sense are pretty heavily against teaching this nonsense to little children. And if nothing changes, it's only gonna be a matter of time before this community is only accepted in California and New York. It may sound harsh, but really, facts do not care about your feelings. But yeah, this is the 3rd time I made my case on this point, so if there's a part that's cut out from Communist Creeper's video, it's because he made this point over and over again.
God, the Blues Clues Pride Parade sing-along. God, man. And just even the little things, too, like, this is how woke they're going. You can even see with the kid alligator, they gave him, like, a prosthetic leg to be, like, anti-ableism or something.
Not only is he mad that there's gay people on the show, he's mad that there's disabled people. Those people exist. Get used to seeing them.
Cheeto isn't mad over the fact that someone had a prosthetic leg inside of there. In fact, nobody is. In fact, he literally explains why he showed that.
And just even the little things, too, like, this is how woke they're going.
And honestly, I think it's dishonest as hell for you to paint this into like a narrative that he's ableist. Nobody's corrupted from seeing someone who's disabled. When I was like 8, I had a broken ankle and I was in a walking boot by the time my sister was born, and she's not corrupted because there's nothing wrong with showing people that disabled people exist. And nobody believes that. It just doesn't fit your narrative to actually take criticism head on and either try to counter it or accept it. You don't understand that one day, painting a narrative that people who go against you are bigoted is simply not gonna work. It's not gonna work when free speech is restored. It's not gonna work when people actually see for themselves what's going on. And it's not gonna work when the majority of the country is turned against your movement. One day, you're gonna have to either own up to what the LGBTQ community does. Not you specifically, but as a community. You're gonna have to either own up to it or die on the hill being ignorant.
That man was a good man who used to do simple stuff with Blue's Clues, and they would solve simple problems with simple solutions. They wouldn't be marching at pride parades.
Don't act like Blue isn't a lesbian. We all know she loves the other dog. And yes, Blue is a girl dog. A lot of people don't know that.
Just when I thought this accurate description of Communist Creeper couldn't get any worse, we now have a zoophile who's on our hands trying to ship characters, dog characters, and in a show for kids. I think it's safe to say that the amount of hair on his profile picture's head is a score that he would get on an IQ test. Like bro, the amount of times he's been rejected is the amount of times that he's tried 1 + 1 and he's failed. Last time that he came out of the closet to touch grass is when he came out to his friends, then he lost all of them. I could go on and on and on, but realistically, the only thing he could be non-binary too is a brainstem.
Marching in the big parade, let's celebrate! Families marching 9 by 9, hurrah, hurrah! Families marching 9 by 9, hurrah, hurrah! Allies to the queer community can love their queer friends so proudly, and they all go marching in the big...
Bro, they want your kids to be allies to the queer community, if not queer themselves, before they're goddamn potty trained.
Telling kids stuff about the world actually isn't bad. It could actually help them understand the world better.
I'm sure many of you remember how in the beginning Communist Creeper said she made no points in this video, right? Well, this is basically the end of Communist Creeper's video, and this is the only part where he didn't repeat that she was homophobic or people who don't think that kids should be taught. But yeah, let's put that aside for now. You said that's important to teach kids values about how to go properly in the world, so let's go there. In New York City, the education system is in such a dire straits that people who are 17, 18 can't tell you what continent we're on, who fought in the Civil War, who fought in the Revolutionary War, who fought in World War II, or how many countries there are in North America. Every year, there are 900 negligent discharge deaths because people aren't being taught gun safety. People are coming out of high school on not knowing how to pay their taxes, how to buy a house, or how to invest. So I think there's a lot more that's way more important than teaching a 3-year-old that maybe they were born a boy but they might be a girl. But yeah, that being said, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and bye.
I be smoking dope shit, that's every day. 300 swole, bitch, we be up in the place. Don't care what you say, shit, that's every day. So always with this nigga, shit, that's every day. Can't compare an eye, cause I'm hot as fuck. I'm buying foreign cars and some Tonka trucks. No snitching, but we line you up.